It is March Madness season for 2026, in case you're watching this in 2029 in November. But we were just, well, you never know.
I guess you never do.
You never know. I was surprised, though. I just asked Leroy off air if you were doing any brackets for March Madness, and you said no?
I'm not doing it. It really goes back to fantasy football. I blame fantasy football. I like participating in things where I feel like if you give effort, you have a real good chance. And all of this, it's just luck. It's real. That's all it comes down to. But fantasy football, I used to feel like you really gotta know what you're doing and whatnot, and getting ready for the draft and watching and seeing who's injured and who's playing and making my adjustments until one year we had a fantasy football league. Someone didn't show up to the draft. Someone never checked. That same person never checked their team all season, and they won.
Oh, yeah.
They won the whole thing. And I said, that's it. I'm done with that. And I'm done with all stuff like that. It's just luck.
Then you have someone who picks the teams based on the color of their uniforms that wins, too.
No, what's funny, though, with the way it is now, if someone's not there, it's like the computer will just generate and pick like the next best player.
Right.
I was in the fantasy football back kind of before that. And so if you weren't going to be at the draft at my friend's house, you had to give him a list of who you wanted and backups. Mm-hmm. So probably like 5, depending on how many. I forget how many wide receivers. How many? Let's say if we had to draft 3 or 4 wide receivers or whatever. So if it was 4, give me 5. Mm-hmm. Just always to have a just in case person. So you had to do your research. I had to go and buy those stupid magazines with the fake draft things or whatever. I did everything I could to show up the day of the draft just because I didn't want to do my homework before that. And then he got into, just doing it online. And I was like, dude, just let it pick for me.
Yeah. It's a waste of time. And I can hear people already, well, Leroy, do you gamble? The difference between gambling and this stuff is when you go to gamble, it's in the word. You walking in there taking a chance. You know it. So you accept it and said, all right, I'm cool with taking a chance. This other stuff, these brackets, fantasy sports, but it's presented like if you have knowledge and skill, you might do pretty good. No, you're not.
That's I think everybody knows. It's like, it really is luck because there's always teams who come out of nowhere and win and beat like a number 2 seed and they're like the end of the pack. It always happens. I will say, if I were to, I've backed off of sports, but if I were to jump back into anything, it would be March Madness. I think March Madness is the best playoff series in all of sports. Wow. I really do.
A lot of people think
men's
that.
and women's. It's the most exciting. I think in general, college basketball is one of the best sports. Yeah. I think people still have that. I don't want to say, I know this is the wrong word, the innocence of what sports really is meant to be. You guys watch your kids play sports at a young age when it's just fun and whatever. And I think there's still an element of that left, although a lot of the businesses
my son just got a contract to join a hockey team.
See, that's a little crazy.
That is insane.
I swear to God.
It's starting already.
I tried him out for a club team, and when I spoke to the coach, he's like, all right, we want him on the team, we'll send you over a contract. And I was like, what? I was
That's insane.
I said, wife, read this. I'm like, are we supposed to negotiate?
Wait till the endorsements start coming in.
By the way, it's not innocent anymore with NIL and all that stuff. But the funny thing is,
I don't know what NIL is, but
it's basically
how college players can get paid, right?
Yeah, they're getting treated like straight up professionals now,
right?
But unless your name is Dick Vitale, there's nobody out there who knows everything about college basketball. It's just complete. There's nobody out there who's like, Akron State has a chance because they have a great BS. You pay attention. No, you pay attention to the high profile teams at most.
True. Okay. Well, there are some, but it's not a lot. But just imagine this, for instance, right? Let's say if we had a bracket pool going on in here, and I watch as much basketball, college basketball as I can, and I make my choices. And Pebbles goes by, and I'm not saying you would, but she goes by the color of their jerseys. And then she wins it all. I'd be like, what the? I'm not playing ever again.
I wouldn't go by color of jersey, but I would do random things.
See?
Like I would decide, I would pick number one picks, number one and number two, in a lot of them.
Yeah.
And then I would pick like some random, like, and then
Like
you
their
always got to
name
throw in
or where they're
Gonzaga.
from.
Because Gonzaga always.
At
like-
some point, you start picking out of your
Yes,
ass. Everybody
yes.
does.
You-
That's what I mean. I'm like,
And I think that's the fun of it. I really do.
yeah.
And in most of them, you're really not putting in that much money unless you're in like a high stakes pool, which I ain't doing. But
Yeah.
I just my chiropractor was in for the Super Bowl squares. He goes, I missed out on 30 grand.
Oh.
I was like,
I have a friend who won 17 grand.
I thought I was the man because we won 500.
Yeah. I think he put in 500 and he won. I think it was 3 quarters, including the final, and he got like 17 grand.
But I forget what it was that he lost. It was something that like could have happened.
Right.
Like a score. You know what I mean?
It was
like,
probably like they missed an extra point or something stupid.
It was something to that effect where like he's like if they went for the field goal or if they did it, something like that. It was like it wasn't just like I was in squares for 30 grand. It was I had an opportunity to win this, but the Patriots didn't do whatever.
You know, with the explosion of sports, legal sports gambling, I don't know if this is does filling out brackets and all, has that taken a hit because you can do it?
I don't.
I just think there's a lot of online brackets.
There
now.
are, but I mean, you got to think people are still doing. Look at us here. I mean, people are still doing it in the workplace.
Yeah.
I think it's a fun thing for a lot of companies and people inside companies to do. So I think I don't know. If
And you
it's
can
taken a
do it
hit,
on these
but
apps too. The gambling.
I
apps?
believe so. Yeah, I don't know if you could do full brackets, but you could definitely bet.
Those games, it's crazy. It is.
I have so many
crazy.
friends that sports bet like crazy. I know this one guy who's like he considers himself a professional sports bettor.
See?
So all he does is study, and like every sport, not just the big ones.
But see, and that's where I think you make the mistake
Yep.
especially in college basketball, because I really do think that anyone can win on any day in college basketball in the playoffs. Like you really can. Like my nephew was over last week and had me watching. I don't even remember who was playing. But it was such a good game, and it came down to the very end. And a lot of those games they are probably the most exciting games that you'll see.
Yeah, because everyone's giving it all out. It's like one and done, you know? Hey, Melissa, can you ask your friend, I don't even know if maybe they'll know this, like at what point can you call yourself like a professional sports bettor? You know what I'm saying? Like at what percentage...
Is it the amount of money you win?
it the amount of time?
Is it just
time,
being
money,
is it,
giving up your real job?
But I'm just saying,
Do
like,
this?
but like, is it just? I don't know. He might not know this, but maybe if he calculated it, like, do you just have to be right 51% of the time?
I'll ask because I'm
You
not
know what I'm
sure.
saying?
Like,
To make it
'cause I'm
sustainable?
going to be honest with you. Like, he's really good.
Yeah.
Like, we'll just be shooting the shit one day, and I'll just be asking him, like, oh, so what are you betting on today? And he'll give me a list, and like, he's like, yeah, I already did. He has these things. You guys know what a round robin is?
I've heard of round robin tournaments.
Heard of the
He has
restaurant.
I know. That's Red Robin.
Red Robin. What was it? The ground round.
Oh, the ground round.
Remember the ground? Yeah.
So
I got
there's
them all
these
mixed
things
up.
called round robins
Sidetrack.
where you make like several bets, and if they all win, you get a shit ton of money.
Yeah.
If like 7 of 8 of them win, you get this and this. So he does a lot of those, and he bets on everything from soccer to, I don't know, pickleball tournament.
Yeah, because there definitely has to be
like,
some sort of equation.
College
of like,
lacrosse.
Yeah,
like
if I
everything.
make this many bets, this much money, then your chances of winning a lot is higher, and if you lose, you don't lose as much. I don't know what it is, but I'm sure there is.
I don't know what it is either. I'll talk to him about it next time
Yeah.
because it is interesting to sit there and watch him. Like when I'll be watching him and he's got all these pads of paper and like post notes and all this stuff, and I'm like, what is happening right now, and he's good.
Yeah.
He'll look at everything from the temperature at game time to whose backup is injured and just like things you don't think of when you're just watching the game. Who the referees are going to be that day? Are they usually really foul heavy? Like they look at all that stuff. Yeah, it's crazy.
I got a friend who he bets not that hardcore.
Yeah,
but like he bets pretty hardcore, and there's a girl who's a friend of his. Like she's not a professional or anything. It's just like some girl who watches a lot of sports, and she has a knack for picking winners. So many people will go to her and say who's gonna win. Like this is just like a regular. Like I don't even know where she might be free. She might work at a damn auto mechanic at the front desk for all I know. But so many people will go to her that she started like a Facebook private page that you have to pay to like get it. Yeah, and she makes money, and all she does is literally be like, "Here's who's gonna win basketball tonight, the World Baseball like and all that." And he goes, he's like, "I subscribe to her thing, and I always end up winning." He says, and I'm like, "Who is she?" I'm like, "Is she like?" I don't know. What was the guy they used to call back in the day? Dick the Greek or whatever.
Right.
And he's like, no. He's like, she's just some chick from like Haverhill. Yeah.
I love that.
Is our boy AJ Dibanza?
But yeah, BYU.
Are they in it?
Oh yeah, they're in it.
Really?
Yeah, they're in it.
My mother follows his career very.
Really?
Oh yeah. I'll go home and she'll be like, "All right, I recorded if you want to watch it," and she'll have me sit there and watch.
Oh, that's funny.
Some of his plays. Yeah.
Very nice.
She's like, my mother is so into basketball. It is insane. She probably knows more than everybody in this room put together. It's crazy.
Maybe your mom's the one with that Facebook page.
Maybe I should have her fill out
do it.
I should have her do the one for our job.
Do it. Yes.
All right, I think I'm going to do that.
Beautiful. We'll see how she does.
Win.
Could you imagine? That'll be hilarious. They'll be like, Pebbles has destroyed everybody in the Final Four brackets. All right, thank you so much. Don't forget to like and subscribe.